Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. Welcome to part 5. You guys are real troopers. This is obviously important to you if you made it this far. This one's strategic coordination across allies. This is all about communications. Communicating at every level, but also this part doesn't need to know this information. Why are we bothering them with this information, right? We don't need that. We don't need over communication, which can create tons of noise, and then your people are lost in just a myriad of like, oh, I got 5 emails I have to check. No, none of that. Now, this is a little bit. This is actually there are some of what we're going to talk about actually already exists in some form or fashion, right? They've already created national organizations for coordinating committee. It's just there's like probably a few hundred of them. They kind of need to all start, figuring it out. So, I mean, the DNC already has, the state party infrastructure, although, not all states are created equal. I mean, also each state the amount of money it costs to run each state is so completely different. That's why if you go to my, I have this all things Texas, I think is what that playlist is called. If you go to that, you'll see I talk about how much it costs to turn Texas blue and what really probably needs to happen. All 19 counties you've got to play in a real way. Well, that's a Texas problem. I think it's 9 counties in Florida that you absolutely have to play in, although I'm sure 13 is a thing. California is owned and operated by the Democratic Party. I'm not worried about that. And so there's only very few other states that can even compete with the logistical nightmare that is Texas. So you can't look at the Texas Democratic Party and almost any other Democratic state party. It's not really the same. So that being understood, and also the fact that unions have different powers and advocacy groups have different powers in different states, different levels of infrastructure. But all these allied organizations need something that can hold them together, an organizational apparatus that can hold them together. Because without everybody lifting, this lift is going to be very, very heavy. So also we need, shared goals, defined roles, collaborative tools, going back to the data stuff I talked about last episode. Like when we were in Florida in 22, we got outspent 20-1. It wasn't even the media budget that we had for all of our media buys was equivalent to DeSantis's Latin radio purchase. It was like, even really a thing at that point. I mean, that's just an example. So it's like maximizing resources. I can't even stress that enough. It's insanely important. Just like, well, I guess in any organization, but when you're getting outgunned 20-1, it matters even more. Preventing duplication. I call this the yes and no. Like I want to prevent duplication, but I also want to optimize collective outreach. So somewhere between those two is reality. And because I believe in multiple passes of canvassing. I'm a pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, GOTV, boom. That's how you do it. And if you can get 1 in and GOTV, great. If you can get 1 and 2 and GOTV, great. It can't just be GOTV election. That doesn't work. So I believe in the collective outreach and effort. It's just that, it's okay if we have 2 organizations operating in the same general area. I don't like it when we canvass the same road twice in the same day. So I would like not to be able to do that. Because I'll be honest, people that are home at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday or 3 p.m. on a Wednesday will be different people. Especially in the service industry. Sometimes Mondays are incredibly good contact days because you know, if you're in the service industry, Monday's a day off a lot of time, like hairdressers, a lot of food service, high-end food service for sure. Um, you know, and you know, anyone who works on a weekend, Monday's a day off, so they'll be home. So it's like I believe in a collective outreach, you know, but also it's okay if we're in the same areas. It's okay. This is like probably it doesn't even matter what it is we're doing on either end if there's no understanding of where you're at and where we need to be and how do we get there and what's the timeline look like and how many doors do we need per day, per week, per month, and are we hitting those marks? Who's not hitting those marks? Does somebody need help? All of these things that happen constantly in a campaign. Regular convened coordinated meetings, a morning meeting and an evening meeting is what we do when we're operating ground. So we have a morning meeting, which is a certain number of people, and the evening checkout, which is all our regional field managers plus any committee members that would like just to stay plugged in. I'll tell you right now, we try to keep them to 30 minutes because everyone's been on the ground for 5-6 hours, everyone's tired, get it. But those meetings are not really for us who are already on the ground and know what's going on. They're for the guys on the next level, the committee members that paid for all this. It's for those guys. And having that regular daily evening check-in, even if they're not there every all 5 to 6 days of canvassing a week for every evening check-in, but they're there for 3 or 4 of them. We're always doing reports and stuff anyway, so they're going to know if some huge red flag pops up. But because of their experience and what they do, they may see a red flag that we kind of go, okay, is that yellow? Could be, I don't know. They'll be like, nope, that's a red one because we know where that leads. You pull that string and it's like, oh, okay, got it. Now I get it. Because all politics is local and it's important to notice certain things. So this is, I can't even stress this enough. This is one of the things we have to work on the hardest. Looking at the breadth of how each organization communicates, and you've got 501c3 money, you got 501c4 money, you've got dark money, and all sorts of just regular somebody donating donuts at an event or buying sandwiches for their canvassers. That's considered a donation to the all of these just nightmare accounting issues that would be involved with organizing stuff. I mean, except for the fact that it's insanely hard, it's absolutely necessary. So when we're looking at what it really is going to take to get from point A to point B, from where the Democratic Party is today to where it needs to be, and then when we're there, how to be most effective. Coordination is without a doubt the most important thing. Again, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. If you wish to support this channel, PayPal, CLSP Politics, and I will talk to you guys all later. This is I haven't posted this many shows in a while, but I've been in the planning mode again, so I hope everyone's enjoying them. All right, have a